Welcome to Wildlife Partners Breeding Facility, here in their beautiful ranch in Mountain Home, Texas. I'm Chris Harrison, host of the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise. But today I want to talk to you about a project, a team, and a philosophy I'm not only passionate about, I'm personally involved in. Wildlife Partners has created an innovative approach to conservation that has literally changed the game for exotic wildlife here in Texas.
The single biggest factor that has drawn people to what we're doing is we have created what I believe is the most innovative approach to conservation anywhere in the world. We've created a vehicle that allows people around the United States the ability to participate in the exotic wildlife industry, to take a part in the conservation aspects of what we do, but they don't have to own a piece of land, and they don't have to worry about the day-to-day operations of feeding and looking after all these animals, because we have the staff to do that. But the benefit that they receive is not just the emotional feel-good of participating in conservation and the potential financial benefit of being involved. They also get to come here and have a hands-on part of what we're doing. We offer an investment opportunity for people from around the world to invest in direct ownership of wildlife for the purpose of conservation as well as profit.
Veterinarian Matt Miskoski carefully measures a dose of tranquilizer for an adult sable as a part of the Wildlife Partners' efforts in breeding, helping this species reach its full potential.
What we're doing here is live capture and transport. So we're taking trucks and trailers, and we are using tranquilizer darts to administer medications to not completely anesthetize, but more to tranquilize these animals and give them some medications, deworm them, and put them on a trailer to be safely transported to wherever they may be going. So we got real lucky today. The sable that we were capturing were very gentle. Seemed that we're not the first humans they've seen, and so that's what we like to see.
You start to be able to identify one animal from another, and you begin to develop an emotional relationship with these animals.
It could be this remote pasture in the Texas Hill Country, or a savanna in the wilds of Africa. The impact that Wildlife Partners is making on so many endangered, threatened, and yes, even extinct species is remarkable.
We have created an avenue where, rather than just making a charitable contribution to an organization where a percentage of your money may go to conservation and a percentage of it goes to the organization itself, we have created a product that allows people to take their money and put it into direct ownership of these animals. Watch them produce, watch these populations grow, watch animals that are extinct in the wild produce year after year after year, and know that these animals, they may be the very stock that ends up repopulating the native areas where these animals are from. And all the while, there's this added benefit of a check in the mailbox. It's not just write a check and your money is gone and you get a tax deduction. It's an investment. It's a tangible asset that people own. But I can say without a doubt that the most attractive reason to get involved in what we do for the vast majority of the people that we've spoken to so far is that this is a way that they can have an impact on the world through conservation, while at the same time they get an economic benefit. And I don't know of anyone else in the world that's doing that. I would have never anticipated that that would be the single biggest factor, but it absolutely has been. You know, it's a real joy to get to see these animals reach their full potential and become what it is that they're supposed to be.
Sable aren't as limited as some. They're an African species of antelope that has seen some reduced numbers for sure, and getting them to a safe environment where there's plenty to eat, there's not a lot of predator species to take them out is really important for the preservation of the species.
The scimitar oryx is an animal that was hunted to extinction. It no longer exists in its native range in Africa. And there have been, as the result of efforts here in Texas, as the result of ranches, much like Wildlife Partners, these species have thrived here. And at this point, there's approximately 15,000 scimitar oryx here in Texas. And what has been done is that a small portion of those animals have been relocated back to Africa. Whether it be a scimitar oryx or whether it be an addax or a dama gazelle or any species that this has already happened with, the idea that we've got about 60 species here, many of which are threatened or endangered. And the thought that Wildlife Partners has the ability to play a significant role, not a minor role, but a significant role in not only preserving these animals here, but potentially reintroducing them back into their native range, is a really compelling reason for why it is that people want to be a part of what we're doing at Wildlife Partners. We've been very shocked at the demand from people around the United States wanting to be a part of what we're doing here in Texas.
Conservation of species is a huge deal in keeping these guys alive and proliferating and thriving. It really takes an understanding and appreciation of what we're doing for these species and these animals as individuals.
It's an investment like none other, with returns that come in so many different forms. The effort that Brian Gilroy started on a small scale has evolved into a tremendous movement with an exciting future. A future that has horizons full of thundering herds and rangeland dotted with healthy, thriving animals. In some ways, it's the way the Earth was meant to be.
It's really great to know that we're making a difference, that we're doing something that potentially long-term, not maybe in my lifetime, but for my kids and for my grandkids and for the family members of the investors and the partners that we have, that we are potentially creating a situation where things that will be gone, that they won't do because of what we're doing.
If you'd like to be a part of this incredible project, visit us at wildlifepartners.com.